This is Game Socket. This is a video game podcast, but also a video game videocast that we're going to be putting out hopefully weekly for you guys to use while you're playing video games. So you can listen to it in the background if you want to use the podcast version. Or if you're more of a video YouTuber or Twitcher, that kind of a thing, you can, you can sit around with the guys or the gals and give us a watch and, learn about video games. We're going to be talking about old video games, new video games. We're going to be talking about video games that are, kind of in the middle of that. Game Socket's just going to be like an all-around video game history lesson from the professor of video games, and that would be me, Mike Graham. Who is Mike Graham, the host? Why is he an authority that you should listen to? Well, I wouldn't call myself an authority, but I've been a gamer my whole life. When I was a kid, I was kind of well known for being a little kind of like a skilled gamer. My dad ended up spending a lot of money taking me around to arcades. If you've ever seen The Wizard with Fred Savage, and he's got like a little brother in there who's like a gaming prodigy, that was kind of like my life when I was growing up, only Fred Savage was my dad, and the red-haired girl was, I suppose that would have been my dog Daisy. She had red hair. But Daisy died in the basement window well of my house on vacation. And when we came back, she had rigor mortis. I remember this very specifically because my dad went to pick her up, and he could like hold her up by just her legs. So that's how Daisy died. All right. So anyway, so I'm Mike. I've been playing games my whole life. Another thing about me is when I was a teenager, I was an expert and kind of locally famous for being the number one Area 51 player, the number one player in the county. I kind of had a collection, like some would collect stamps. I went to every Area 51 video game place that had one of these and made the high score and put my initials at the top of the list. Something I'm still very proud of to this day. No one's beat any of the locations yet. So anyway, this is Game Socket. It's something I've put together. It's kind of a hobby, something to do for me, but also, I want to do something for the community, for you guys to really get into and just have something that, a lot of these podcasts I see out there, or video casts, whatever you want to call them, are freaking boring, man. Some of these, like, there's one called, it's like Pretty Good Gaming or something like that. It's the most boring thing I've ever seen in my life. So this is the opposite of that. This is Game Socket. This is epic. This is awesome. This is super funny. This is super cool. Everyone's going to love it. It's going to be fun.